eat or drink poison. If you do, someone might see you and take you to the hospital, and if there's one place you don't want to be, it's in the hospital. That could make you a bonehead. Bonehead.
Cowboy. 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 Cowboy who?
Hi there, how's it going? It's me, Cowboy Slim. Well, this really still is Cowboy Who. Been a lot of changes. Don't want to waste too much time telling you about it. Smiling Tom's gone. He's in Peterborough. Phyllis is Queen of the Universe now. Really, there's like an election. She won it. They're all gone. Chip's kind of still here, but he's, well... I don't know where to begin explaining that. He'll be around later. He'll tell you in his own words. It's really just me here at the station now. Another big change, though. I was kind of running out of things to do up here, so I'm kind of asking you to help me out. Send me some letters. You got any videotapes or anything you want me to play in the air? Send them in. I'd love to play them. I got a few ideas, but I don't know if they're really right for TV. Anyway, I got a lot of letters actually. People have really been sending me in a lot of stuff, like from everywhere, from the Earth. The Earth, probably mostly from the Earth, but from a lot of other planets too. Anyway, why don't I just read a couple, and you'll get some idea. Here we go. Dear Cowboy Slim, I saw your show last week about the auditions, and I want to know more about Mr. Gustopoulos. I think he's the most gorgeous hunk I ever saw on television. Is it true that he was in the Guns of Navarone? Well, I don't know about that. Mr. Gustopoulos, he's just my landlord back when I was on Earth. There's a lot about Mr. Gustopoulos we don't know. It could be that he was in Guns of Navarone. If I ever see him again, I'll ask him about that. I'm glad I bet he'd be really glad to know that he was appreciated on TV and all. He was a little nervous. Something else I got a lot of. People have been sending in like videotapes, home movies and stuff like that. And I haven't really had a chance to watch too many of them. Hey, let's watch one now. Oh yeah, something else. We don't use this equipment so much anymore. Got hold of these glasses, and well, you get the idea. We have kind of a different way of doing things now. Oh yeah. All right. Okay, let's play this one. All right.
Hi there, Cowboy Slim. We just wanted to say, we like the show, and yeah, and we have a show too. Down in Jungle Land. And we have a...
Hi, Slim. It is good to see your show come to us on number 2 satellite. And day after day, they must listen to it. And of course, Phyllis and Tom. So today, Kimiki and I have decided to read a poem. That's no good. I'll go again. Go. Yes, cowbots in space can always go home. There. So long.
The cowboy is who is the cowboy.
Greetings, cowboy. From the planet Earth shot. We do not understand your show. We would like to see more Chinese juggling on Earth TV. We understand Chinese juggling.
Hi there, we're back again. Some of you may have noticed, in the last little while on Cowboy Who, well, we don't really have a whole bunch of stuff for kids, and it is, kind of supposed to be a kids show. So I thought we'd get around that by playing this show that I found. It's called Dee Dee Dwilfer, and picked it up. It's a show. It plays up here in outer space, but it's kind of like an Earth-space co-production or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to tune it in now. And, all right, I'm going to tune it in, and you can have a look for yourself. And there we go.
Sweet children, and welcome to our program where we're going to learn all about my home, the planet Earth. You see, I have a wish. Shall I tell you my wish? My wish is that for all of you to learn about my planet, the planet Earth, and so become more like me. In today's program, we're going to talk about the Earth's animals. The Earth has thousands and thousands of animals. Some are short and some are tall. Some are large and some quite small. Some walk and some even crawl. But before we talk about that, we're going to meet our friend Dwilfer. Now, he's an alien, just like some of you. Now, how about you help me call him? We'll call him together. Ready? Dwilfer!
What?
Oh, Dwilfer!
I'm coming!
Hello, Dwilfer.
Hi, Dee Dee.
How are you today?
Oh, actually, I've got something really interesting to tell you.
Really?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Why don't you share it with us?
Okay, well, this morning I was watching TV, like I always do, and I saw this amazing show called Expose. Yeah, and now you may find this hard to believe, but some of the programs that come from Earth, for TV, some of the people that are on the show aren't actually Earthlings.
What? Oh, Dwilfer, that's preposterous. No. Everybody who's on a show from the planet Earth is definitely a human being. I can assure you.
But no, they had proof. And not only that, most of these non-humans were on TV shows for kids.
Dwilfer, no, you must be mistaken. Either you're mistaken or that program was lying.
No, Expose is never wrong. They even gave some examples. Yeah, they had this green fuzzy guy who lived in a garbage can and this huge, tall yellow bird. Yeah, and none of them were humans.
Well, of course. They're puppets.
Puppets? What's a puppet?
Well, a puppet is sort of a toy. It's made out of wood and fabric and cloth, and you mold it and shape it to make it look like a human or a creature, that sort of thing.
Ew. Well, maybe they're going to talk about it on next week's show. Gee, I really thought I had something interesting to tell you.
Oh, that's okay, Dwilfer, because we've got a new surprise for you.
A surprise!
Yes,
Oh, goody.
yes,
What is
and
it?
I promise it will be exciting.
What is it?
Well, it's a new show called Time for Tots. And I've asked a crew member from my spaceship. His name is Mack Yavellian, to read stories to all of our friends, our little children and aliens, to read stories to them. So, perhaps we can all watch together.
Oh, got any Schnoogle?
Schnoogle?
Yeah, Schnoogle. Oh, wait, let me check my translator. Oh, popcorn. Got any popcorn?
No. Just
What about the
be quiet.
popcorn?
Shh, Dwilfer, shh. We'll listen
popcorn.
now. Okay, Dwilfer.
Time for Tots.
Hi, kids. Dee Dee wants me to read you a story, and I found something kind of funny. I think you'll like this. A Scramble City resident received minor injuries yesterday in a bizarre incident involving a helium lift balloon and a laser prod. Local laborer Zig Fieldfolly says he was using the industrial lift balloon to hold himself in position while he washed windows on the 140th floor of the prestigious Snooty Rich Guy apartment pyramid. When a self-defense laser prod he was carrying accidentally misfired, damaging the balloon and sending him rocketing through the city streets at a high velocity. A harrowing 40-second flight ensued, during which the terrified worker shot up to the very tops of the largest skyscrapers and then down to the street level, where he knocked the hats off several shoppers as he passed, screaming wildly through several public concourses. Fieldfolly finally came to rest, clinging to the giant upraised finger of the statue of the unknown heckler high above TV Plaza, where he was rescued by maintenance hovercraft 30 minutes after his adventure began. City police, however, have cast some doubt on Fieldfolly's story, pointing out that, like all Class 3 window cleaners, Fieldfolly works in the nude, which would make it extremely difficult to carry a laser prod and wash windows at the same time. Labor claims... Some eyewitnesses claim that they saw Fieldfolly using the laser prod to carve his initials into the Big Dog Monument minutes before the incident. Wait a minute. Anyways, I thought it was pretty funny.
Well, that wasn't really much of a story, was it?
Isn't he the guy who was piloting your ship when it crashed?
Dwilfer. Anyways, it's time to talk about today's topic.
Oh, goody.
And today's topic is, that's right, animals. But before we talk about animals of the earth, let's go down and visit the children down on Earth and find out what they have to say about their animals.
Ooh, okay.
Big and he has humongous teeth and is huge. He's very vicious. It's big and has sharp teeth and big jaws. Mine's a lion because it can eat people. Dinosaur's back. Tiger. A dinosaur because they eat people. The alligator because they eat people. I think a piranha. Excuse me. Because they eat people and.
Well, that was refreshing. Now, we're going to play some games, some action games, to learn more about animals.
Action games?
The first game we're going to do is going to be a game about elephants. Now, elephants are a really big animal on Earth, one of the largest. Now, first of all, to stand up and shake yourself out and move your mushy, lazy bones, okay? Get yourself all set. Now, first of all, to make the trunk of the elephant, they've got really long trunks. So take your left arm and place it in front of you, just at the end of your nose, okay? And that will be the trunk of the elephant. Then take your other hand, place it behind you, and that'll give you the tail. And remember, elephants are really heavy. So when you step, you've got to make big, loud noises, okay? Are you ready? So you've got your trunk and your tail, and you're making a heavy... Well, what's the matter with you?
No, nothing. Why?
Well, you don't look like an elephant at all.
Well, thank you, and neither do you.
But you're supposed to be playing along.
Ooh, well, action games just make me feel kind of silly.
What? Well, that's preposterous. Action games are not silly. They're quite fun. All of our children and aliens at home are having a good time.
Well, I'm not trying to stop you or anything. Go right ahead.
Well, they're not going to want to do it if you're not doing it.
Ooh. So if I don't do it, they'll think that they're the only ones doing it?
Well, exactly.
And then they'll feel silly?
Exactly.
See?
Oh, well. Well, I guess we don't want anyone feeling
Told
silly,
you.
do we?
No.
Fine. You win.
Mm-hmm.
So, Well, what would you like to do?
Well, I want to watch something else.
Well, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll watch Story Tales.
Ooh, okay. We really should get some popcorn,
No,
you know.
Dwilfer.
But I want some popcorn.
We
With
don't
the
have...
butter and the...
Dwilfer, shh.
But I want...
Come on, we'll watch all together now.
The Three Raindrops, adapted from a story by Terry Jones. One gray and wet morning, high up in the sky, a raindrop had just begun to fall out of a rain cloud. Since it was such a long way down to the ground, the raindrop started up a conversation with one of the other raindrops to help the time pass a little more quickly. Now, this raindrop was rather proud, and so it wasn't too long into the conversation before she began to boast most shamelessly about her great beauty. You see, this raindrop fancied herself as the most beautiful raindrop in the sky, and so she did everything she could to show off her wonderful form. In short order, however, the raindrop with which she had struck up her conversation interrupted her and informed her that although she had perhaps slightly better form than he, it was quite clear that what is most important in a raindrop surely is not form at all, but rather size. Yes, size with the determination of a truly great raindrop, and there would be no argument that he was the biggest raindrop in the sky. At that point, they were joined by a third raindrop, who had overheard their argument. She added that although the first raindrop was inarguably beautifully formed and the second was quite large, the mark of true quality in a raindrop was neither of these things, but cleanliness and purity of water. And on that count, she, and not they, excelled. Why, she was by far the purest raindrop in the whole sky, as anyone could plainly see. But before either of the other raindrops could reply, all three of them hit the ground and became just a very small part of a very dirty little mud puddle.
Well, Dwilfer, we've certainly had a fun day, haven't we?
So.
But I'm afraid it's time for us to be saying goodbye, so we really must be going.
Wait, we can't go yet. We haven't listened to my music box.
Well, no, I'm sorry, but we must be going. It's time to say goodbye to all.
But I want to listen to my music box, please.
No, Dwilfer,
please?
we don't. No, we do not have
please.
Time. Fine. Just a short one.
Okay, I'll just get it. It's right down here.
Okay, but be careful now.
There. Okay. All right. Now we need to say the magic words. Ready? Music box, sing us a song. Not too short and not too lengthy.
Don't you think that another word might be more suitable?
Shh, quiet. I want to listen to music.
Hi, boys and girls. It's time to sing a little song with the music box. Here's one you'll all know. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had some fields, E-I-E-I-O, with lots of room to jump and play. He didn't get stuck in a little box. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. He never had to suffer with all these earthquakes and E-I-E-I-O. This is ridiculous. Old MacDonald had lots of room and stable place to play. E-I-E-I-O. Dwilfer, please! Stop it! Stop it right now!
What?
There is a fragile living creature inside that box, and you are going to kill her.
I could just buy another one.
You cannot just buy another one.
It's just a toy.
It is not just a toy. Honestly, I don't know why I put up with this. It's like this every week after
Here we
week.
go again.
I don't know why I bother. I'm trying to do something good for the children at home and all the aliens. And what do I get? This? Destroy. That's all you ever do. Destroy everything I've built up.
Well,
destroy, destroy, destroy.
When
That's
Dee
all
Dee
you
gets
ever
like
do.
this,
I
it
just
only
don't know
means
why I
one thing.
bother anymore.
It's time to press the panic button.
Don't you tell me to push the panic button. I will be the one who decides who pushes the panic button. And besides, it's you that's
Here she
causing the
goes.
panic.
You back? Oh, hi there. It's me, Cowboy Slim. It's one good thing up here. We don't get commercials. I just sort of watch other things till you get back. So, anyway, right now in the show, what I'd like to do, and I hope you don't mind, is kind of flip around the channels, you know, see what there is to watch. A few good things on now. And, I don't know, you might be interested in seeing them like I am. So here, let me just, let me just tune them in. Get this thing going. All right. There we go. All right.
Earth advertising.
First, I almost touched it with my hands. First of all, we take the clamp. Yeah.
Here comes the pun. Phil was a piece of string looking for a change. He tied himself up to look strong and pulled apart all the fibers at his ends to get that rugged look. One day he was hanging out with the ropes when one asked him, "Hey, you're just a piece of string, aren't you?" "No," he replied, "I'm afraid not."
Rock Stodget, and introducing the lovely Eleanora Thudbucket as the lovely Flora. See flora and fauna far from civilization, the untamed beauty, and the bear who loved her, the woman without shame, and the men who desired her. Don't miss Call of the Wild.
This is the Weather Channel. Let's take a look at the national map. In central Canada, some fascinating uses of the word weather today, mostly concentrated in the southern Ontario regions, although there were some exceptions. In Fort George, for example, 147 uses of the word weather as part of a sports ceremony there. We had a daytime high in Sioux Lookout, 17,000 simultaneous uses of the word weather. No one's quite sure why, some kind of a bizarre fluke. And a heartwarming story out of North Bay. Mrs. Iona Spona has used the word 77 times in the same sentence. Not quite a national record, but nice effort, Iona. And as usual, in the nation's capital, no use of the word weather today. Let's take a look at the satellite map. As usual, no surprises here. Concentrated mostly in the English-speaking countries was the use of the word weather today. There were some exceptions there as well. In Siberia, reports that there was a 750% increase in the use of the word weather. Extraterrestrials may be involved. At the North Pole, no use today. Last use November 92. And let's not forget the quote of the week for the 52nd consecutive week, "Weather 'tis nobler in the mind." That's all for now. More weather after this.